For the Air Force Association in Virginia, this is your AFA Daily Report.
Brown takes over as Air Force Chief of Staff. Recognizing the trials and tribulations of African American military leaders who preceded him, General Charles Q. Brown Jr. officially assumed the job of Air Force Chief of Staff from General David L. Goldfein on August 6. The two were lauded by Defense Secretary Mark T. Esper, Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Mark A. Milley, and Air Force Secretary Barbara M. Barrett at a Joint Base Andrews, Maryland, celebration. Brown pledged to make the tough choices necessary to help the Air Force compete, deter, and win. He is the first African American officer to lead one of the U.S. Armed Forces.
RQ-170 practices evading air defenses with B-2, F-35. Some of the Air Force's most advanced, secretive aircraft flew together in a large-scale event this week to vet the service's methods for destroying enemy air defenses, and to see how well older planes work with more advanced airframes. The 53rd Test and Evaluation Group's exercise ran from August 4 to 6 at Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada, bringing together the F-35A, F-22, and F-15E fighters, B-2 bomber, RQ-170 reconnaissance drone, a Navy EA-18G electronic attack plane, and command and control systems from various testing and operations squadrons. Together, they represent some of the most important capabilities the Air Force says it needs to have the upper hand against adversaries with improved anti-aircraft missiles and weapons that block or confuse electronic signals.
USAF Weapons School wants KC-46 experts in 3 years. The Air Force Weapons School plans to start graduating its first KC-46 experts in 3 years under a new weapons instructor course, the service said August 5. A syllabus should be approved by next June, and the school anticipates that its first cohort of KC-46 weapons officers will graduate in June 2023, service spokesman 2nd Lieutenant Richard R. Caesar told Air Force Magazine.
International C-17s fly aid to Beirut following explosion. 3 U.S. Air Force C-17s, plus another from the Multinational Strategic Airlift Capability Group, on August 6 began carrying aid to Lebanon after a massive explosion in Beirut's port killed at least 135 people and injured thousands more. The 3 Globemaster 3s from Al Udeid Air Base, Qatar, began flying food, water, and medical supplies to Lebanon in response to the August 4 explosion. U.S. Central Command boss General Kenneth F. McKenzie Jr. has expressed his condolences to Lebanon Armed Forces Commander General Joseph Aoun and shared his willingness to continue to work with the Lebanese Armed Forces to help provide aid and assistance to meet the needs of the Lebanese people during this terrible tragedy, according to an August 6 CENTCOM statement.
Virtual events, Day 1 of Hackasat Final, and more. Today, Day 1 of the Department of the Air Force and the Defense Digital Services Space Security Challenge, Hackasat Final, during which global security researchers will try and hack a government satellite, kicks off at 8 a.m. Pacific. Check the link in the description of today's broadcast.
End of transmission.